Hey everybody, this is Soren Gaming, and today I wanted to talk to you about competitive and what I've been doing recently with Overwatch. For the last few weeks, I've been almost exclusively playing competitive, so there hasn't been much time for me to do arcade and make funny Overwatch videos for you guys. However, though, because of doing solely competitive, I've been able to climb from 2200, which is low gold and about where I placed, though I did lose some matches there, all the way up to 2900, and I'm almost in diamond now. So this is what you can see, one of my more recent games in the background. However, since I reached high plat, I have not been able to hit diamond for a number of reasons. It's been sort of win a game, lose a game for a number of reasons. One of the reasons is there have been less and less people who are versatile when it comes to which hero they pick, which surprised me because I thought it would get better the higher I went up, but it's actually gotten worse. For example, I was this game right here. We told one of our tanks that they should go a DPS, and they just refused to switch. And another game, we told someone that we need a second healer, and instead they picked Reaper, and then refused to switch off that. So one of us had to switch to someone we're not as good with, just so we had a second healer. And sometimes it isn't even the fact that we have a bad team comp. Sometimes we'll get great people who know what they're doing, but we'll end up coming up against people who are masters and grandmasters, but happen to be on Smurf accounts playing as either Hanzo or whoever they main on their main account. So smurfing becomes a really big problem, especially at this rank. Not quite in diamond, but still low enough that smurfing's still a thing. I can't say that I'm against smurfing though, because the reason I was able to make it so far from 2200 all the way up to almost diamond is because of one or two of my friends playing on Smurf accounts. Now, their main accounts weren't masters and grandmasters like some of these people's were, but they still were they were in diamond, I'd say. They were still slightly higher than I was, so I really want to thank them for helping me get this far. The main problem I'm having now, though, is with toxic players and people who just don't listen to the rest of the team. And I know a lot of people talk about this, like Stylosis made a lot of videos recently talking about people talk with toxicity and toxic people and all that stuff. But I just wanted to give my input onto things and just my experience with a few things that have happened. Toxicity wise, I've dealt with my fair share of people who will either always blame the healers, which happens to be me as a support main, or they'll pick a character and then refuse to switch, even if they're facing a direct counter. The other day, I was playing with two of my friends, and we came up against a Hanzo who, it was, I believe, Numbani, and he picked Hanzo. We were on defense first. And we said, okay, that's not a terrible pick. It fit all right in the comp, so we went along with it. And he did nothing. Now, we didn't judge him right away, but we noticed by the end that he had gotten very few elims, maybe even 4 to 5 the whole round, and had died a lot. So we told him after the round, we said, hey, doesn't look like Hanzo's really working out. They're doing pretty well to shut you down very quickly. Maybe you could switch to someone like another tank or a different defensive character like Mei, and he left. We lost the first round very quickly, and he just left. Didn't even give it a shot, just decided, nope, it's not working out, so I'm just going to leave you guys behind. And I just don't get that, because even when I'm playing Overwatch and we do badly, I never want to just leave a match. Well, I have once or twice, I won't say that. But very few times have I ever wanted to just completely leave a match and leave my team stranded, which is exactly what this guy did. We ended up losing because we ended up having to try and push a payload 5v6. That's only one problem, though. The other main problem, which isn't more anything to do with people, is the DPS problem, as I've been referring to it with my friends. In Platinum, there are an excessive number of tank and support mains, as many of the DPS mains have already gone up to Diamond and beyond, which is why the Smurfs that will see in Plat and Diamond playing as Tracer or Soldier or Genji end up completely destroying a team because they're actually playing in Master and Grandmaster normally. Without a solid DPS on the teams, it's made it really hard to do a lot of dive comps because without extra damage that we usually get from, say, a tracer or soldier or whatever would fit into whatever team comp you have. There are so few DPS mains that it's made it really hard to win games at this point. That's why I've been stuck now at around 2,900 for probably the last 15 games I've played. I've won and lost half of them for the sole reason of lacking a good DPS on the team. And there's no real way to fix this problem. That's the big issue with this. Sure, with the toxicity and that's just going to happen, and you have to deal with it as you can. But in terms of finding people who are really good at DPS, that's not something you can just do. You can't just say, oh, hey, you start practicing with DPS and you'll be really good. No, you just have to hope that somebody in your match is a good DPS player. Or if you're lucky, you end up getting a Smurf, one of the Masters or Grandmasters that happen to be a DPS main. So as a result, we simply get more and more bad, toxic DPS players who can't do anything for the team. And it's really annoying right now. So it's pretty much a reason why you haven't seen many new videos recently, is just because of my attempts to reach the higher elo to get to that next level of play have pretty much been shut down because of the lack of DPSs and the toxic people and all sorts of stuff. And it's pretty hard to try and make funny Overwatch videos out of competitive losses. Sure, there's been a few things I've been able to keep, but for the most part, yeah, it's just a lot of people getting annoyed and just not talking at all. So I am planning on making, I have a Mercy montage in the works, which you see me playing Mercy in the background here, and I'm definitely going to be streaming more in the future. Instead of trying to go for some video clips, I'm probably just going to stream a good bit for the next few weeks and see how that goes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video, and I look forward to making more videos for you guys in the future. Peace.
Good res.
The comeback! The comeback!
Finished with gold elims. I'm happy.
It feels bad, man. Bronze.
Yeah.
Nice Gardner.
Did it give it the
beautiful 5
Oh
man.
no, this is a different one.
Just 2?
Wow, really?
How was the 5-man not play the game?
I mean, I would have understood.
Catlin?
My 3-man could have been because I had to shoot
Catlin,
somebody
please.
and almost kill him to get it, but
Jeff, you're fired.